So today we'll honor the winter solstice, and you have done the hardest part, which is just showing up. So you're here, and this time is just for you, and this is a gift that you're giving to yourself. So we're going to all just exhale our to-do lists and anything that we have that's attached to this time of year, and just let ourselves have a moment, little special time that will really focus inwards on our bodies. So give yourself permission to honor wherever your body is right now. And take a deep inhale in through your nose. And let everything go. Give yourself permission if what you need is to just be, and maybe lie down in a restorative pose. You can absolutely do that. I will serve as a guide and give you some options, but if at any point one of the options is not what you need, then feel free to choose something different. So we will invite 3 sounds of the bell. Listen, listen. This wonderful sound brings me back to my true home. We just passed the shortest day of the year, and in New England, there's some beautiful sunshine coming back in through our windows. And tonight, there will be many lights from all traditions. Let's start with a unified Om together. And what we'll do is we will inhale through our nose, and as we exhale, we will say that we will make the sound of Om together. And you'll feel this vibration through your body emanating out through into the universe. So deep inhale through your nose. Om. And again. Om. You're stimulating the vagus nerve that starts in the back of your head. Inhaling, exhaling. Om. Very nice. Let's bring ourselves to our first posture, or asana, which will be rabbit pose. And you might want to place a blanket or something under your knees if your knees don't like to be touching the earth directly. For rabbit pose, It is a form of child's pose, balasana. We keep our feet, our knees together. So if you prefer traditional child's pose, you can do that. So our knees are together and our feet are flat on the ground. We come down to the ground very gently and feel your chest leaning on the tops of your legs. And you can tuck your hands behind you. And if your head doesn't reach the ground, you can place your fists right under your third eye for support. And we'll start though either with our head down and our hands behind us, or if you do have your fists, we're not going to put our thumb joint to the third eye just yet. We'll wait for that. So we're going to start in a very gentle, soft rabbit pose. Draw in beautiful light with your inhale and let your body melt into the earth. Find a long, luxurious inhale and an even longer exhale. Letting everything go. Tune into your body and ask yourself, where can you soften? What does your body need? And if this pose doesn't feel good to your body, you can separate your knees and come into a more traditional balasana or child's pose. Your arms can be outstretched or in prayer position over your head, balancing on your elbows. Lots of options. And wherever you are, be here now. Thoughts will come and go, and that's okay. Just watch them like a leaf going down the stream. And I'm going to read you something very brief while you tune into your own breath. This is from one of my most favorite books called Big Panda and Tiny Dragon. And there's one section for each season, or in the season of winter. I am so tired, said Tiny Dragon. Big Panda paused. Winter is a time when nature withdraws, rests, and gathers its energy for a new beginning. We are allowed to do the same, my little friend. So notice how you're feeling. And I'll bring the book close so you can see Big Panda and his little friend, little dragon, Tiny Dragon. And let's start to activate our crown chakra. So now, if you wish, you can bring the joint of your thumb right to that spot between your eyebrows. And let there be a tiny bit of pressure. There shouldn't be any pain. In fact, if there's any pain at any point in our practice, that is a signal that you should cease whatever movement we're doing. and try something different. And let the joint of your thumb just gently, maybe even circle ever so slightly your head. And this is where the pineal gland can be activated as well. Notice your breath softening and your body softening. And when you're ready, let's start to very slowly rise up and swing your legs around to either Sukhasana, which would be with your legs crossed, or you can do cobbler's pose with your knees open. And for cobbler's pose, I definitely recommend taking a blanket or pillow and tucking it under your sits bones so that you elevate the hips a little bit. Today's affirmation: I am pure love and light. Each day now, we get a tiny bit more sunshine. A little more light is coming back until June. And within you, you also have this light, even on the darkest days. I am pure love and light. We're going to practice Tejas Mudra, which is a gesture of light. We'll take our hands and bring them to our heart center in Anjali Mudra or prayer pose. And we're going to bring our pointer fingers down. I'm going to turn this around so you can see. So the thumbs are together and the pointer fingers are going to touch at the fingernail tip and come down right over the thumbs. And then we're going to open the rest of the fingers. So you'll create, it's a quite lovely gesture or mudra. And you can bring that in front of your heart center. Let your elbows come out. Relax your shoulders. Relax the muscles of your eyes and your jaws. Visualize the light within you. Allow this light to illuminate throughout your whole body. And soften the muscles of your hand. So if your fingers feel tense, let them soften. Feel this radiant light filling you, your heart opening. Love is expanding throughout your whole physical body and radiating out also through your energetic body. This mudra cultivates feelings of love, compassion, well-being, and also can have a positive effect on stimulating the immune system's response. Deep inhale And exhale, light and love. And now raise Tejas Mudra above your head with a deep inhale and open and release slowly, letting all that love radiate outwards. And we're going to open our legs wide and just wide enough so that you can feel a stretch throughout your legs, but there's no need to push further than what's comfortable for you. And feel the grounding through the base of your spine. And lift up through the crown of your head. Press your shoulders back and down. And flex your feet so that your toes are pointing upwards and the muscles of your legs are engaged. We're going to do a 3-part somatic movement. Don't worry if you get a little lost. You can do really whatever feels good to you. I'll try to give good instructions in case you wish to try this. So let's tuck in our right foot, and I'm going to take the blanket that I had under my sits bones and push that over to the side to give myself a little space. So our right foot is tucked in and our left leg is still outstretched. And again, straighten your spine and bring your right hand over by your right knee to balance yourself. And with your inhale, rise your left arm up and across over to the right side. You may wish to bring your elbow down if you wish for more of a stretch in the ribs, or this might feel good to you. But we're opening the left ribs and breathing. Maybe pointing the chin in the same direction as your arm. Gaze is soft. And with your inhale, reach up and exhale, bring your left hand to the inside of your left outstretched leg, and now rise your right arm up. So now we're feeling a nice stretch in the right shoulder and down through the right side body. And now with your inhale, bring your right hand behind you, and if you wish, you can lift up and back. One breath here, and then back down to the seated position. We're going to repeat. That's a 3-part move. We're going to do it now with our breath. So right hand to the ground next to your right leg or your right hip. Inhaling, leaning to the right, exhaling. Left hand comes to inner leg, right arm over, inhaling, exhaling, and pressing back and up. And again, exhaling, coming down, right hand to the ground, inhaling, over to the right, exhaling, over to the left, and inhaling behind and reaching up. One last time on this side. Right hand to the ground, inhaling over to the right, inhaling to the left, exhaling back and lifting up, and opening wide once again. Pause for a moment and notice how you feel. And let's find Tejas Mudra. So thumbs together, index fingers come and kiss at the tip of the nail over the thumbs. Hands are outstretched by the heart. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, release. Now we'll do the other side. So let's tuck our left foot in and always pause to regain your alignment of your spine. And to just take a breath between the movements. So we'll do this in reverse. Left hand to the ground by your left hip. Inhaling, leaning to the left, and exhaling. Right hand finds inner leg, and left hand comes over. Inhale and exhale, left hand behind you and rise up. Exhaling back to the ground. Left hand to the ground. Stretching over to the left. Right hand. Stretching to the left, to the right. And exhaling, rising up. Exhaling back down. One last time. Left hand to the ground. Left side body. Right side body. And behind. Very nice. Bring your legs out in front of you in Dandasana or staff pose. Legs are straight, toes are pointing up. Lengthen through the crown of your head and feel the connection to the earth through the base of your spine. And reach up, letting yourself gently fold forward. Maybe your hands land on your shin bones. Maybe they wish to touch your toes, but let go of that craving and let your hands rest wherever they do. And let yourself gently come forward and back, introducing micro movements into the hamstring muscles in the back of the legs. With your inhale, rise back up, and let's twist to the right, flexing your feet. Careful that your chin is staying still pointing to the right, but not straining to look back. There's nothing behind us that we need to carry forward right now. Gaze is soft. Move your tongue around in your mouth to relax your jaws. Where can you soften? And let's cross our hand to the opposite leg and now twist over, re-engaging the feet. Gazing to the left. Imagining you're wringing out a dish towel. And that's your spine getting a nice twist here. Wringing out all tension, to-do lists. Let them go. And coming back to the center, we're going to find our way to tabletop. So knees to the ground, and you can, again, if your knees have any sensitivity, and this can happen on some days, you might just have a little inflammation, but you can place your blanket under your knees. So really tune into how your body is feeling and what it needs. And take your time. There's no rush. Wrists are stacked under elbows, stacked under shoulders. And we're going to do not our traditional cat-cow, but a little bit of somatic movement with balasana, child's pose, and this tabletop. So with our inhale, press your shoulders down and rise your ribs up a little bit, creating some length. And now exhale back to balasana. Maybe your head touches the ground. And with your inhale, rise up and round your spine, tucking your chin in. And then exhale, press back. Let your breath lead your body. Inhaling, rounding your spine. Exhaling, pressing back. Feel free to pause anywhere that feels good. You don't have to move at anyone else's pace. So for me, it feels good actually to just pause in balasana and feel the opening in my upper back. Or maybe you wish to keep moving, but listen to your body. And feel free to introduce any other movement that might feel good, like barrel rolls, or shaking your tail, or looking over one shoulder and then the other. Make this movement yours. Finding the yumminess in your body. And then come to stillness and take away the blanket if you had it. Just move it over to the side for a moment. Return to table, pressing your shoulders down, releasing the back of your neck. Bring your left foot back and rock a little on your calf. Feel this in the Achilles, your toes, your calf muscle. And now we're going to open up to half moon. So left arm opens wide. Your right foot can come back a tiny bit like a tripod. And lift yourself up into gate pose. So gate pose is kind of like reverse warrior with the arms, but we have our left leg pointing out and we're balancing on our right knee. And let's alternate between half moon coming down onto the right hand, maybe even lifting the left leg. Right arm can stay pointing up or can come in gape pose across the left ear. Lots of choices here. Inhale, exhale, left foot finds the ground and flow to gate. Lift your chin slightly. Feel that length in the right ribs. And back to the ground. Right hand to the ground. Options. Left leg can stay down, can come up. Right arm by ear. This is a nice balance pose, so you will wobble. And once again, back to gate. And this last time, we come down to the ground. See if you wish to find dancer kneeling. Or you can stay in half moon, many variations. Dancer would have your left hand to left foot, wobbling on the mat. One more breath. And release all of that. Come back to kneeling and rise up on your toes. We're going to stretch our toes for a minute. And we're going to just let out a little of that tension in our wrists. So many options here. You can move the arms, your arms, however you wish, or you can bring them together and do some movements, or just twist them. Rise your shoulders up and down 3 times. Let go of the posture that we just did. And we'll finish that on the other side. So now we'll bring our right leg back and stretch the calf muscle out. A little rocking motion, or maybe it feels good to have stillness. Your choice. And bring your left hand in front of your face and open to half moon on the other side. This side will be entirely different, so have no expectations. And see if you can press yourself up into gate pose. Feeling the opening in the left ribs. And now left hand comes down to the ground, and you can do half moon again, raising your leg if you wish to cause a little wobble. Right arm can come across your ear. And inhaling, to gate. Exhaling, finding the ground, finding strength and stability. Challenging your balance. Finding your points of resistance, rising up. Exhaling down. And this last time, if you wish, find the inner part of your right foot with your right hand. Your kneeling dancer. Make sure you're looking at something not moving. I can't look at myself on the screen because of my wobbling. It causes me to fall, which causes me to smile. And releasing back down to the ground and coming up, just coming back to table. But let's turn our hands upside down so that we can roll out the wrists a tiny bit. That was a lot of movement and work. Notice the sensation in your body and repeat our affirmation, I am pure light and love. And if you wish, you can press up now to downward dog. To turn this way. Rise up on your toes as high as you can go, and now press down through your heels. Rising up and pressing down. Feel the opening as you press your chest towards your thighs. Feel the opening in your shoulders. And rise your right leg up to the sky and bring it down. The inhale guiding you up with the left leg, and exhale, bring your leg down. And now walk your hands back to your to your feet. So you're walking back and tuck your hands underneath your feet. This will cause you'll be in a forward fold, Uttanasana, but this is going to force you to have bent knees. So see if you can play with a tiny bit of movement in your knees. Great stretch for the wrists, but also we're lengthening the hamstrings. Release that, and we're going to do some strength now for our calf muscle, for our thigh muscles. So let's first come to halfway lift. Deep inhale, straightening your knees, and exhaling back down. We're going to rise up to chair pose, Utkatasana. Knees are bent. Wiggle your toes up and down to make sure that you're more leaning into the backs of your heels. Inhaling, light off the ends of our fingertips, and then exhale, come up to your toes and bend down. Great for skiers. Inhaling and exhaling. You're going to be feeling this. Inhaling and exhaling, release all of that. And we're going to bring our hands to the fronts of our legs, pitter-pattering, awakening our lymphatic system. And when your hands reach your knees, scoop your tailbone and come up very, very slowly. Rise up to Tadasana, mountain pose. All aspects of our feet are grounding to the earth. Open your hands. Relax your shoulders back and down. And notice what you feel in your body right now. Where can you soften? Close your eyes for a moment and say your affirmation. I am pure love and light. Very nice. So in honor of the winter solstice, we're going to do a little sun salutation, welcoming the sun. And come to the front of your mat or your practice area. And we're going to sweep up, slight back bend, and fold down, exhaling. Touch the earth, halfway lift, flatten your spine and your neck, and exhale. Right leg back, runner's stretch, look up, and hands plant to the ground. You're in plank. Bring your knees down, feet flatten, and lower yourself, elbows tucked in, rising up. Deep inhale and upward facing dog. Tuck your toes under and press back to downward facing dog. One deep inhale and exhale. Bring your right foot forward, runner's stretch. Inhale and look up. Left foot meets right foot. Bend forward. And pitter-patter your hands to find your knees. Scoop your tail and come up. Inhale, arching your back and fold forward. Hands find the earth. Arms come back like grasshoppers, little grasshopper wings. Inhale, flat back and fold. Left foot back, runner's stretch, inhaling. Right foot meets left foot, you're in plank. Knees to the ground, feet flatten, lower yourself and rise up. Pressing back with your exhale to downward facing dog. Left foot forward, you might have to help it and wiggle it to get up there. Inhale and exhale, right foot meets left foot. You're in forward fold and rise up. Deep inhale, hands reach back and let your hands come down in front of your chest. Feel the beating of your heart. Remembering that it's you who chooses what you do with this precious body. And maybe your choice is you found Balasana and you're happy there right now. Let's sweep up. And we're going to just rain our way down to the ground until we make a little ball. And we're bouncing on our toes. And see if you can playfully come down to the ground on your back and just do a little rolling. Roll out the things you think you have to do and roll out any stress or anxiety related to this time of year. And roll out any attachment you have to your practice today. And then just come down to the ground and find stillness. Feet are flat. Let your shoulders melt into the earth and bring your feet up and wrap your hands around your shins and just love what your body can do for you. We talk a lot about our aches and pains and disease and failings of the body. How often do you talk about how much you love your body? And then maybe you haven't done that in quite some time. So say these words to yourself. I love what my body can do for me. I love it exactly as it is in this moment. And bring your arms open to T, Your hands are facing, your palms are facing upwards, receiving. Place your left leg out straight and place your right leg out straight. Place your left foot on your right thigh and let your body roll a little bit to the right. Keep your left shoulder on the ground. So if your shoulders are lifting off the ground, then rein it back in a little bit. And roll to the center, outstretching your left leg. Right foot comes up onto your thigh of your left leg and roll just a little bit to the left, doing again some twisting for the spine. Deep, nourishing breaths. And rolling back to the center, outstretching both legs, pointing and flexing your toes. And raising your hands now over your head and stretching from fingertips through big toes. And I'll give you an option if you'd like. You can come to Shavasana, your final resting pose, or if you wish, you can do something a little different called supported fish. For supported fish, you're going to want to take a blanket and roll it up and place it in the center of where you'll be lying down. And you want to make sure that your head is going to be supported as well. So you make this little blanket roll, and our head is at the top. And now we outstretch our legs, and maybe you roll the very bottom of your spine, where your buttocks and your glutes start. Roll that down past the blanket roll, and what will happen is your chest will start to open, and you can place your hands in cactus position. So your elbows are pointing out and your hands are in a T. If you wish for more chest opening. Make sure your head is supported, so we don't want our neck dangling backwards. And if you're cold, come roll out of this and put socks on or put a blanket over your body. So you really want to get into a comfortable position. Wherever you are, imagine a lotus flower of light with 1,000 petals, resting gently on your heart center. What colors is this beautiful lotus flower? Where can you soften your body? And I'll read you a small passage from the Book of Awakening, Having the Life You Want by Being Present in the Life You Have. This is called Lighting the Way. One does not become enlightened by imagining figures of light, but by making the darkness conscious. Carl Jung. If Jung is right, then perhaps paradise is no more than seeing the light forming in the dark. Perhaps being awake is paying attention to the ongoing moment of life that we so often take for granted. That moment, like conception, like seed cracking open, that is happening even as you read this. Yet as a headlight grows, filmed by driving through all kinds of weather, the gift by which we perceive gets covered by experience, and our ability to see is diminished until we clean the gift. This is a lifelong process, one that never ends, but always begins. So the care of one's being is imperative and continuous, as simple and hard as wiping the residue of experience from your mind and heart, letting your original face again light the way. Though like scratching the middle of your back, we often need each other to regain our sense of oneness. Here is an old Sufi story about a thirsty man who follows a muddy stream into a cave. He carries a lantern, holds it before him, and finds the clear source which he can drink from. When feeling muddied and troubled, we must not drink from the mud, but trace its source carefully. Carrying the lantern of our spirit before us, we must enter the darkness of our troubles if we are to drink clearly again from the source. This is making the darkness conscious, and compassion is swaying your small light near others, too troubled or muddied to see their way. And as you lie here quietly, feel the light of spirit in every cell of your body. As you inhale, feel each cell brighten. As you exhale, feel a slight increase of light around you. And during your day, when feeling troubled, stop, breathe slowly, and light your way. Start to wiggle your fingers and toes and roll slowly over to one side. And when you're ready, start to rise up to a gentle seated position. And I'll close our practice today with 2 sounds of the little bell. Thank you for joining in this practice together. I bow to the light in each of you. Namaste.